All right, so today's interview is with Armani White, a rapper out of Philly who recently went viral with his song Billie Eilish. At the time of the interview, about a month and a half ago, it had just really blown up and started picking up steam. The Spotify numbers were about 8 to 10 million, and the YouTube video, I think, had just surpassed 1 million and was on its way to 2. Now, Spotify numbers are even crazier, about 30 million, and the YouTube video is about to hit 5. So this song is continuing to go crazy. Before we get to the interview, though, if you can, please subscribe to the channel. I took a little break, went on vacation, then came back, work started picking up, so I haven't been posting as much as I would like, but I'm going to start really pumping out content here. So please subscribe, like, comment, follow, all that good stuff, and enjoy the Armani White interview. All right, great. You good to go? Or you want to finish that Twizzler?
No, fuck this Twizzler. I've been eating that. Carbs.
Yeah, carbs.
I
Carbs are
don't
no
even
good.
know if it's actually carbs. I'm just saying shit.
I think it's just condensed sugar. All right, almost viral. I'm kind of with someone who's already went viral, so I don't know if it's we should just end it here. But I'm with Armani White right now of Billie Eilish fame. How are you doing, bro?
I'm Big Blanco now. Actually, I'm not Armani White anymore. You know,
Oh, Big Blanco.
Billie Eilish should change my whole name, but yeah, I'm doing good. I'm going viral. You know what I mean? So I lost my voice this past week, and I was at this festival. It was like the first time I came up for air in a couple months. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing.
Great. We tried to parlay the Adam 22 collab.
Did not work. Did not
work. He was ready to get the fuck out of here. He's been here for a little bit. I didn't realize he was going to be in, but then we tried to do something. But Adam, I think it's in your future.
Adam he definitely got a pulse on the culture. Adam, he looked out for my dog Jay, Jared. He had his brand Ammo Stilo. Adam had to like a fucking in-store event for them like early. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
Like 2016 or 17.
You said Stilo?
Yeah,
like
Ammo Stilo, the little
backpacks.
bags.
Yeah,
that's his shit.
Yeah,
that's his shit. Me and him went to elementary school together. That's my dog. Yeah.
Philly guy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he working with FaZe and all that. So yeah, bro, the whole city coming up right now. You know what I mean? So it's a real good moment. I feel weird holding a mic like this. I want to hold it like on some rapper shit, like hold
the whole thing like that.
Yeah.
Don't you have? I feel like sometimes when rappers get hot real soon, I don't assume that this is how you are on the stage.
Nah, you taking a shot.
But sometimes they hold it like it's a fucking snow cone.
Yeah, because that's the stand up.
Yeah, like no offense to Yeet, but I've been watching the Yeet videos and he's performing like this. I'm like, man, your music's too fire for you to be doing that. But
bro, it's some rappers that I seen, like the street rappers that don't really like, I don't know, they never thought they would be on stage performing in their life. So they don't even like rap into the mic at all. They just aggressively yell it. Like it look like they in a car. Like they performing like they in a car playing the shit out loud. Like, all right, bro.
So Billie Eilish, the track is going fucking crazy right now.
It's going stupid.
I'm assuming life is going crazy right now.
It's going stupid right now.
I know you were on the guest list podcast. I was with also some Barstool guys. Shout out Dante. Shout out Colin. All those guys.
My guys.
That was over Zoom though, so I'm glad I got you in person.
Yeah.
Tell me about just the process that I'll start off. Tell me about when you were making this song. Did you know it was going to be a hit?
Bro, so I had the beat. First of all, shout out my guy over on the guest list podcast. I hate doing Zoom interviews, and so I'm so like, you know what I mean, I'm happy to do this joint in person. I hope me and him get to do one in person too.
They're good dudes. I go on their show sometimes.
They're my dogs, but yeah, with the what's the name? I had the beat and I would play it. Right, I would play the shit and I would mute it. I press the button on my microphone. I press the button on my laptop. Boom, Glock tuck, big T-shirt, Billy. Boom, and then take the mute off and shit. And then like, so I did it so many times that I was like, this shit kind of fly. I took it to the studio, tried the same exact thing, just cut the beat out in that little section, and I was like, nah, this go, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And that was the reason why we did that video the way we did it. Was just like, yo, I gotta, just see if this shit look as cool on video as it does the other people. I just posted it up on some like fuck it shit. You know what I mean?
So you're talking about the promo video in the studio?
And it was really just like I had made like I thought the process of getting a sample clear was fucking crazy, which it was.
Yeah.
But so what I did was I was like, I'm gonna write this whole long plan out for if I were to ever drop this song.
Okay.
And I was like, and the whole plan was just TikTok based. I was like, I'm gonna make all these TikToks if I was to ever get this song released. And I wrote all these TikToks out. I recorded all these TikToks. And the first one I did, I was like, yeah, this will probably get 50,000 views. Then I'll go to the next one, maybe get 100, maybe get 200 on the next one. First one got 2 mil.
Yeah.
At the gate, I said, oh, shit.
I didn't see it on TikTok at first. I saw it on Twitter, and that's what I DM'd you, and I was like, yo, when is this song coming out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it might have been in like March or early April.
February.
It might be February.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's coming out. Don't worry about it. Because I'm sure that you were like, how the fuck am I going to get in contact with Pharrell, right? To clear this, because it's a Noreaga song, right?
Yeah.
And that's a song that you liked growing up, correct?
That was one of my favorite songs growing up. It was because it was on. It wasn't just on the radio. It was on the TV, on the music video all the time and shit. But then Def Jam Vendetta, this shit was on Def Jam Vendetta. All the time you play that shit, it was in there. Or it might have been Fight for New York. I think it was Vendetta though. But yeah.
They need to bring that shit back.
Hell yeah,
that
bro.
would be an awesome game right now. Just because there's so many different. But back then, early 2000s, I think rappers were a little more buff and looked a little tough. Like we have Lil Tecca now. Yeah, imagine Lil Tecca fighting like I don't know, Rick Ross or something like that.
No, I call it shooter bodies.
Yeah,
like not even just rappers, like just new niggas, dudes in general just got shooter bodies. Like they, you know what I mean? They skinny as hell. Like they never fought somebody, but
they don't got to anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you heard this beat. Who made the beat? Your boy?
My dog July, the producer.
Shout out July. And when you recorded on it and had this, video go viral, what is the process that you need to, I guess, start enacting in order to get it cleared? Like, how'd you get in contact with Pharrell? Or his team? I'm sorry.
Yes, I didn't do it. My manager did. Dion did. He did. He called me. He was like, "Yo, so like we doing this shit? We like, are we going full speed at it?" I said, "Yeah." And then he called me back a couple minutes later. He said, "Man, I got bad news." I said, "What's the bad news?" He said, "The bad news is that the good news took longer than 5 minutes to get it done." And I said, "What was the good news?" He said, "Well, we got the clearance for Pharrell to get the shit going." I'm like, "Oh shit!" I mean, but like, so he definitely, he's the guy that got that to happen. But
hell yeah,
it was a 4-step process, I guess. It was Pharrell, Noreaga, Greg Camp, because Noreaga said a Greg Camp lyric, the "Hey Now You're All-Star" shit.
Yeah,
he said that, so he had to get that cleared too. And then it was Universal. And Universal is like a 4.5 step, because once we got all 3 of the publishing sides cleared, Universal was like, "Hey, by the way, did y'all clear the name of this song? Did y'all reach out to her people?" And
do you have to do that if you're naming it after an artist?
Apparently so. Well, I guess because we had a sample with them, you don't, you know what I'm saying? So we was like, "Nah, we didn't, but we think everything's cool." It was like,
they wanted to make sure they was cleared on there.
It was like, "Look, we ain't taking no L's on this shit later on." So like, they said, "Listen, you got to get this shit clear." So now I'm just in a fucking standstill, because I'm like, "Cuz, how the fuck am I going to, like, you can't just call Billie Eilish and be like, 'Hey, is it cool about,' like, you know what I mean? She don't live down the street, like, no shit like that." So she did that repost.
Yeah,
once she did that. Once she reposted that video, it was green light. That was
cool.
Green light. They hit us right back, gave us the approval, and then we just had to wait for it to come back in paper, and we was good.
And we can cut this if you don't want to talk about it. And I don't want to get into percentages, but did you have to forego a little bit of the song?
A little bit.
A little bit.
The hell is a little bit.
A lot of it.
Yeah. I mean,
cost of doing business and cost of getting a crazy song.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rather have a piece of a big ass pie than like a whole piece of, or like than the whole pie, and it ain't really worth that much. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
100%.
I ain't mad at it, but.
And I'm sure it's since made all your other songs, like your streaming, go through the roof.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Because I think before you dropped it, I was looking at your monthly listeners, and they were still great. Like, you had tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands. I don't remember what the number was.
It was like a 220. It was 220 because of the hype of this song. So before that, it was 196.
That's still fire. It's still good check coming in.
It's cute.
It's cute. but then it exploded. Now what do you at, like 1.5 million or something like that?
1.54. Yeah. So it probably be by the time it's come out,
I saw you post with the day it dropped, like the little Spotify for Artists thing that says like how many people are listening to it, and it was like, I don't know what the number was, but insurmountable amount of people.
Yeah, bro. That's the crazy thing. I just be going on it. You're like, it's addicted. Yeah, it's addictive. Like, I be on the shit like, damn, bro, it's 1,000 people just listening to me.
That's crazy.
2,000 people. Then it'd be like, a lot of times it say 2,599. So I'm like, 2,600 people is just listening to me. When we did the premiere for the music video, it was 1,100 people just in the chat, just waiting for it to come out. And I'm like, damn, like, yo, 1,000 people is just waiting for some shit. Like, bro, that shit was crazy to me. The video just hit 1 million views a couple hours ago, by the way.
I see that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Like, it's just, this shit has just been a ride, bro. It's definitely been a ride.
What was the total number of streams the first day? Was it 200K?
It was a little under 300K.
Fuck, dude. A little under 300K. What the hell?
And since then, it's been doing about 450 to 500 a day.
Fuck, bro, that's
Yeah.
crazy. And I'm sure what big playlist it got, like Rap Caviar or Fresh
It
Find?
didn't get Rap Caviar yet, but it got every other thing on there.
Sick.
Yeah, the
Sick.
entire any other thing that they could have poured in, Spotify poured in. You know what I'm saying?
There's always a artists try and always figure out what can I do if like I get a sample, I have a song with a sick sample or something like that. And I guess the short answer is go fucking viral.
Yeah,
and that shit will get cleared.
And go viral, the shit will work itself out.
Yeah.
But don't just release it. That's the problem. A lot of people do is they be like, fuck it, they'll throw it out. Like, you know what? People want it. People are like, and I get it, bro. I had to deal with, like, I was going through, like, slight weight going through a little hell, just dealing, because I made every piece of this, like, my thought process is like, I'm gonna make every piece of this as open book as possible. I was like, I want y'all to know what the fuck this shit look like, what it feel like going viral, like, just all the steps. But mainly because I was like, I don't know if this shit doesn't come out. And if this doesn't come out, I want y'all to know that it wasn't my fault. I'm not just sitting here holding it back and then now y'all just gonna hate every song I drop in the future because it ain't Billie Eilish. But so as time just went on, like, I don't even remember what the fucking question was. But I
think we were just expanding on how to get shit cleared.
Yeah, yeah. Just like as far as that goes, like every day, it was a bunch of people like, yo, bro, you losing the hype, man. You lose if you don't
Everybody
just drop
thinks
this.
they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but then everybody's an A&R, damn music executive. It's like 10-year-olds telling me about the industry, shit like that. I'm like, Nick, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So we just had to, like, a lot of it's a lot of pressure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you start thinking in your head, like, damn, what if I just dropped this and I just lost my whole moment?
Yeah.
Because I was taking too long, or not taking too long, but couldn't get the shit cleared. Shit like that. So.
Were you ever close to putting it out, like just throwing it up on SoundCloud or something? Quick?
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day I was like, man, fuck this shit. But I had, like, you wake up like that and then you take a shower, you cool off, you're like, all right,
You made the right decision ultimately.
Yeah.
I wonder how all these New York drill rappers are able. I'm assuming they just don't get it cleared. How they all get these like drill sample songs. Like I feel like there's all these old school R&B songs over like shoot 'em up lyrics. I'm like, there's no way this guy got it cleared. But I think they have a different mentality. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so, I mean, some of them do get cleared. I think some of them. So some of them get cleared, like probably not all of them. They probably just on some like ask for forgiveness later type shit, which is cool. But I just didn't. I don't have the infrastructure behind me, independent and shit like that. So like just doing independence, like I'm like, if they come back at me, they got way bigger guns than I got. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even worth going to war. I'm gonna lose. I know that. You know what I'm saying? So
I want to build off you saying independent, because I noticed when you put the video out, it said like United Masters, which is like what a lot of independent artists used to put out. So you use United Masters to distribute it. Are you like partnered with them at all?
So I did a lot of stuff with United Masters in the past. Like we worked a lot together on, like, we did the last project together. Actually, the project before that as well. That's kind of when we started working. We originally did this one just like straight indie, like not even through United Masters, but eventually we was like, all right, cool. Like, we talked with the company. Like, I just got a lot of good friends and shit over there. So, what I mean? There's certain things just made sense.
That's a good,
you know what I mean?
It's a good spot to be at, like, where you're, independent and still with a distributor or distribution company that has a team, give someone behind you. I'm sure they're able to upstream you. And I'm sure you're probably having conversations about that right now. Are you having any big label talks?
Bro, that's I was going to tell you when you was talking about the step by steps of like how to, what's the step by steps of once you get a song that goes viral, what's the next thing? The next thing is you take every fucking phone call from a record label, and it's like a 2-week process because everybody wants to call you and they don't want to talk about shit. They just want to call you just to say that they called you. In case the shit actually goes off, then they can be like, hey, remember we had that call? Like, what's going on, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like from February to now, it's just been like phone calls.
Non-stop meetings.
Yeah, it's like about nothing. Like, yo, man, what's going on? All right, well, when's the song going to drop? Or then once it drops, well, what's the next thing? Like, it's like, bro, like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what they want.
Yeah, right. But like, say it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it's a part of the game. You know what I mean? It's a part of the hustle. Like, I ain't tripping about it.
Do you have any intentions of maybe signing with a label right now? Or are you just feeling it out, kind of just riding this wave?
Bro, I did it. So I did the independent thing for so long. That shit boring. Nah, but the thing is, like, right now, I know I need a partner, and I know I need a partner. As far as a partner, it's not like it's. I think it's ambiguous. I always say ambidextrous instead of ambiguous, but it's ambiguous.
Are you ambidextrous?
Nah, I'm not ambidextrous.
I am actually.
You are?
Yeah, low key.
Really?
Not full ambidextrous. Like, I do different things with different hands, and some I can do both hands. Like, I shoot basketball righty, I throw football lefty, I write righty, I box righty, I kick righty. Then anything with two hands, like baseball is lefty. Weird. I think something just wrong.
Right, like southpaw.
No, box righty. Like my right hand is my dominant hand.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
That's not necessarily ambidextrous. It's just like some wires are crossed improperly, probably in my brain.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just go by like, it's gonna sound fucking pause, but I just go by what hand I beat off with.
Yeah,
like,
I feel that.
Like,
throw the pause in there.
That's my dominant hand.
All right, so if we're going there, we'll go there. So when I was in 8th grade, that's like prime beating off days. Pause. And I was a skateboarder and I fell. I was normally a righty guy in that regard, and I like had a huge slice in my hand and I got stitches and had my hand wrapped for 8 weeks, and we had to really develop the left hand. So I did that.
No, see, my whole thing is like, I feel like finding a new porn star is the equivalent, and in today's, like, as an adult, finding a new porn star is like the equivalent to when a new girl came to your school, like when she, when you got a new student type of shit. Like that's the only, you don't really get that vibe anymore.
Nah,
like
not
damn, like so. Yeah, I just found out about like a couple months ago. I found out about this girl named Canella Skin. And she,
I don't know.
Yeah, you got to look into it. She definitely BBL type situation, but I fuck with it. You know what I mean? And it's a little Latino situation. So
cool.
Yeah. I mean, look, do your research, and if you're watching this, do your research as well. Yeah.
Has there been a BBL influx in your life since the song went viral?
In my DMs, for sure. In my DMs, yeah. They don't up, and I don't entertain it too much. But they definitely around.
You spoken for? You have a girl?
Yeah.
Good. There we go.
They this one chick, she told me she fucked I can't say that. But this one chick, she told me she fucked another rapper, and I was like, wait, what? Like,
why you telling me this?
Yeah, like she pulled up with that information. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like their accolades, honestly.
Yeah, right.
It's like their resume.
I'm new to all this. I'm still getting conditioned. So yeah, but no, I definitely been like an influx of like the shorties that pull up and be like, oh my god,
that's fire. I don't get that at Barstool. I get my DMs are just like all frat dudes, like, hey, get me a job. It's so it's cool that you get the opposite end of the spectrum.
My DMs mainly are for a while and still like somewhat, but now it's all Billie Eilish fans. But like before that, it was just mainly niggas who rap.
Yeah,
like all my fans are niggas who also rap, and they want to like, they're like, yo man, like they started off with like, yo, I'm a big fan, and I'm like, oh man, I appreciate you, yeah man, like, and if you ever want to work on something, check out the nigga. It just ended and I'm a big fan. Like, what we doing all that shit for?
But were you ever that guy when you were first on your come up, like DMing rappers like, let's collab? I feel like you had to have fired at least 1 or 2 DMs.
You know. Here's the thing, I've always been a competitive person, so like, my thing was never like let's collab.
To collaborate is like, I want to be better than you.
Now I'm very like open to collaborating, like working with people. But as a kid, I just wanted to be the greatest. I wanted to be the best. Yeah. So like I remember in middle school, when Lil Wayne was like, or it might have been elementary school, when Lil Wayne was like the best rapper ever, like to globally or whatever. I remember on MySpace going on there, writing him a message like, yo, battle me. If you turn down this battle, you pussy, and you not the best rapper, there's no way possible. Some shit. And like, that was just my mentality. I was just like, awesome, like, nah, man, I'm not trying to link up with these dudes. I'm trying to battle them and show them that I'm better than them. You know what I mean? But like after a while, once I started to learn the mechanics of the shit, it was never really about like I'm a DM. Then I started to just think, I'm like, this person is not owned by, but like, like their functionality is this company or this manager or this label or this such and such, whatever. I want to meet these people so they can, so like I was definitely in their ear. You know what I mean? Yo, check me out, woo, emailing and all that shit, but never to like, yo, rapper 1, check out rapper B. Like that wasn't really my shit.
To bring it back to the song for just a second, then I want to ask you a little bit about your background, your come up, how you started making music. But have you had any contact with Billie Eilish or her team, or has she reached out besides that initial repost?
Yo, Danny, our manager, was in the
in the video?
No, not in the video, but he was in the video preview. Like at the premiere, okay. He was in the premiere. He was in the premiere. Like he texted my manager Dion. He texted Dion like, yo, you know what I mean? Like Dion hit him like, yo, it's out. He's like, oh no, I see it. I'm looking at it right now. Type of shit. I said, damn, you know what I mean? So I think they, it's been kind of like from cloud to cloud, like they've been speaking. We haven't had any contact. I'm thinking about just pulling up outside one of the shows with a boombox.
Yeah, you got to. Just that's another viral moment on TikTok
exactly,
in and of itself.
Holding the boombox, stylish, black tuck, big t-shirt, looking the fans dead in the eye and shit.
My favorite line in the song is the put it in perspective. I love the R rolling. That shit's fire. I just catch myself
put it in perspective.
Yeah,
bitch, I got everything.
That shit's fire.
I was trying to say it the right way at first, but then after a while, I was like, bro, just keep it like this.
Yeah, it sounds way more fire.
Yeah, that shit tough.
So I want to get into like your come up. You're a Philly guy. We got a bunch of Philly guys here. Roan in particular, who we wasn't here when you came through. We FaceTimed him though. Shout out Roan. Shout out Gillian Wallow. Big Philly representation at Barstool.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in Philly and getting into the music scene there?
Let me start by saying, bro, I'm insecure about how I'm holding this microphone.
You're doing good. You're doing
good. But yeah, I mean, like, no, shit was tough. Like, even with the reason I even know Gilly like at a level that's like, you know, like ain't super personal, but Gilly used to record at our studio, Batcave. That Batcave is like the legendary studio. Like Meek did his first mixtape there, all that shit. So like I was just like, I'm like the last class that came out of Batcave. It turned into some shit called Superior Sounds, and then somebody got killed there, so they shut the whole shit down. But before that, I was like 15, 16, walking like I'm just the dude, like little kid sitting in the lobby, like everybody making these hard ass songs. I'm coming in to make some weird shit, like I'm making some Childish Gambino ass music, like you know what I'm saying. So it's always been like. It's always just been fun being the eyeball, like you know what I mean, standing out, being the weird kid, being the one exception, or the, you know.
Is that how you were growing up? Were you like a anime kid or like a video game kid, or you were just?
I was weird. But the thing was, bro, I was with all the bullies. Like I was the nerd who I don't know how, but I passed the test and all the bullies was cool with me. But so I would still hang with the nerds sometimes. Like my best friend, he one of the niggas that we used to bully. But like one day, me and him rode the bus home one day, and bro told me a joke. And I was busting out laughing. Ever since then, I protected him. Like you asked him to this day, like I was kicking niggas' asses for him. Like yo, don't.
It's good to have nerd friends sometimes.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, but that's my dog to this day. Like one of the funniest niggas I know. So like, I was, you know, but that's kind of how I always been. I just been like in every environment. I've been just the eyeball. Like I'm like I can fit in, I can blend in. I'm not, you know, like I've been in the toughest situations. I ain't been scared, but like. They know like, oh bro, he got a couple screws loose. He's just a goofy ass nigga. Like, you know what I mean? That's just been my personality. You know what I mean? And I never had a problem with being myself. Never been like, you know, trying to fit in and be somebody else type of shit. But yeah, it was a rough upbringing, but I found color in it. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. You've been putting out music for a while, and this is your first. I mean, I'm not going to speak for you, but like your first crazy viral moment. But I was looking at your YouTube, and like you have multiple videos with a whole shit ton of plays. There, one with the you were wearing the fire hat. That you put out recently, that has like 700,000. And your first one from 2015 is it called Stick?
Stick Up.
Stick Up.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
that one's got over 100K. And that's from like back in the day. When did you start getting buzz in the city?
That one, bro. Like, well, okay. So
that's quick. That was short too. It's a minute 15 or something like
bro,
that.
And then this one is like a minute 30, bro. I'm doing short songs only from this point on. Nah, but that one was like that was an internet buzz. Like I didn't really get any buzz in the city from it, just because I don't even know what wave the Philly was on, but Philly just didn't really have its own sound. Even right now, it's kind of like very. Like they doing like a lot of like club music type sound, like Baltimore club or Jersey club type of vibe. Yeah. So the buzz in the city really kind of came in the past like year, you know what I mean? Like just kind of everybody. I think I've done like a very low hanging fruit theory kind of approach. Like I just kind of picked up an apple as I climbed up the tree. So now that I'm here, not at the top of the tree, but now that I'm here, I've picked up so many apples that like you know me. You gotta know me, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, he been around. Like he been around since he was a kid, and you know, and so there's a lot of people who know me from that in that regard. But yeah, like even a Stick Up record, like Stick Up record was mainly an internet thing. Like it took off from Pigeons and Planes, and then you know, and it got the Pharrell, early Pharrell nod. Pharrell played it on Other Tone with Scott Vayner.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was where
things coming full circle. That's crazy.
Exactly right. So you know, so that moment happened. But yeah, I like mainly. Every time there was always some shit going on in Philly, and like I ain't going buff it up or try and shit on nobody, but like there was a lot of times where like, you know, we had way bigger numbers than some shit that was popular in the city. But you know what I mean? Look, I'm just playing the game. I'm doing my thing, and I'm happy for my moment. So even like a record like this is like we got like 8 million streams or some shit, and it's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
8 million
it's gonna
streams,
keep going up.
And yeah, and of course, and you know, I can't name anything else in my city right now that's going on like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's
Do you pride yourself on lyricism? Because I'm sure you. That's a stupid question, but you have obviously innate lyrical ability. But you can also like some of your songs. I hear you singing a little bit, like using a little bit of auto-tune. But I feel like you mainly try to get your bars off. What inspires you to do that as opposed to just getting on some like no shade to like PNB Rock, but Philly guy, he kind of just does the crooning melodic stuff. What makes you focus on rapping more?
I guess like I came up in Philly. Well, he did too, but like the idea of Philly, I came up and was like on some everybody in Philly's a spitter. Everybody in
Yeah.
Philly can rap their ass off type of shit. So like, you know, just me thinking about like, oh, I'm carrying the torch of Black Thought of, you know, like even, you know, not the most lyrical, but like a Beanie Siegel where it's just like, it just really was
Shut up,
raw.
Beans.
Like I'm carrying the torch of a lot of that shit. Joey Jahab, Meek and Reed and all these people who like, you know, came from before me, even Rome, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like who came before me and was inspired by just like the aura of the city. That was just kind of how I grew up. I grew up like that. And then I grew up in church. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of these things, like the auto-tune things were kind of spawned in the in-between. And like I dabble in it, I experience it, like I have fun with it, but it's not, you know, it's not like my primary wave. It's not like something I'm like, oh no, this is where my heart is at type of shit. You know what I mean? Like I just grew up listening to a lot of different shit, you know.
How late into making music did you really understand how important social media was? And like even your YouTube page, you're putting the shorts on there, which is huge. It's something we do as you know, a podcast company. That's a big thing because it helps boost your numbers. Was that something from the get-go as soon as Twitter and Instagram came out, you realized it was a tool, or it's something that you had to develop?
Bro, I've been trying to it took me a while to just do short form content. Like in my like forever, bro, I wanted to always do these blogs. I always wanted to be like a blogger type of rapper, like Wiz Khalifa Day to Day, fucking even early Future days. You go on to YouTube, it's just like nothing but a bunch of videos. Like I always wanted to create environments that made people feel like they were missing out.
Like day in the life type stuff. Like
yeah, exactly. Because like I just live a fun ass life. Like I'm a fun ass person to be around. Like I'm just always upbeat, laughing, doing some goofy shit. So like I was like, damn, like I wanted. So I will always just make all these videos of like long form content, and I would never drop them because I was like, I'm gonna piece it all together and make it episodic and all this goofy shit.
Dude,
and it would never happen. It would never happen. So yeah, like after a while, I was just like, well, why don't we just get the shit out, like, you know, how it is, like instead of trying to hold on to it to make it this one big long ass piece of content. Like as time went on, niggas' attention spans got smaller. Like people ain't even watching long form content.
Not at all.
You know, so it just made it, you know, like after a while, I think around like 20. Matter of fact, Stick Up. When Stick Up dropped, when I did, the only reason Stick Up is that short because the beat on YouTube is that short. Rest in peace to Kelly Portis. But yeah, when that dropped, I was like, oh shit, I dropped 3 long ass songs before Stick Up and nobody cared. Like they, you know, it got a couple numbers, but nobody cared. I dropped Stick Up at 1:12 and it went 100,000 views. It was popping on this Pigeons and Planes. I was like, damn, well, why is everybody making these long ass videos? So when I popped back out with the Public School record in 2018, it was a video of I would always watch these Apple commercials, the shot on iPhones and shit. So I was like, yo, why don't we make a fake shot on iPhone commercial and just like it, like, so it was this video of us.
I haven't seen this video. Damn, that sounds fire.
It was this video of us all just bobbing our heads in the car, and I'm rapping in the middle of the car and shit, and everybody like moving their heads and synchronizing and shit. And then somebody opens the car door, swing the car door open, and he pulled a gun out and rob us, and he takes the phone, and then he runs off and shit like that.
Shot by
and
iPhone.
Yeah, and it's shot on iPhone. And it went up like 800,000 views on Twitter and shit, went crazy. And then every label was calling, yo, what's this? Who's your marketing team? Who's behind this? Who's involved? And I made that video pop with like $50. You know what I'm saying? Like we made that shit go with $50. But again, it was just short form content. The video was in its entirety was like maybe 28 seconds, 30 seconds, some shit like that. So like after a while, I was just like, niggas don't want these long ass videos, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I think they work for what they work for, and they exist like for if you reel them in with the short form content, then like, you know, okay, cool. We got, you know, it's like sizzle and steak or whatever, but like we got something for you that you can enjoy on the long form. But, you know, in the interim, we just want something that we can easily digest and easily share, and somebody ain't got to look at their phone like this for 12 minutes or something like that. You know what I mean?
In my opinion, it's such a huge tool. It's also a blessing and a curse because, like you were saying, no one has attention spans. I feel like I'll put on a YouTube video, or like a vlog or something, and I'll watch like 3 minutes of it, and then I'll just be like, all right, what am I watching next? It's kind of fucked up, but...
Do you watch TV shows?
Not really.
Bro, so the way I consume any content now is I just put it on in the background. I turn it up really loud so I can hear what's going on, but I just do other shit.
Don't you feel like you miss out on like some of the plot lines from that?
My roommates, anybody who watches TV with me hates me because I watch every episode 4 times.
Yeah,
I have to watch. I watch it. I don't retain any fucking thing, and then I watch it again, catch a couple things. I watch it 3rd time, I fall asleep on it, and then the 4th time, I actually like pick up on shit, and I'll be like, oh, I seen that part, skip it. Seen that part, skip it. Like shit.
I just read Wikipedia now of anything. Like if I am like whatever spacing out, then I'll just like look up the plot line, and then I'm just like, don't go to the end, but just fill in your
Damn, bro, you a spoiler.
Yeah, I try not to spoil it, but I always end up spoiling fucking endings for myself, which is fucking stupid. Is TikTok something that is going to be like a part of every release you do now? Like similar, you're going to try to recreate what you did with Billie Eilish, or you want to have it come naturally? Like, are you going to do the same studio video for every next single now? Like in the studio, mobbing out with the boys?
Why not?
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't listen, because, you know, like, motherfuckers, I think the one thing is everybody just kind of tricks themselves. They psych themselves out of, like, they think there's this idea where they think in their heads, like, yo, marketing is for the upcoming.
Yeah.
And once you got it, once everybody love you, you don't got to market yourself no more. Shit, that's the fuck I do. Everything I do, I look at it like I'm a freshman. Like, I'm a freshman just trying to graduate. So I'm like, yo, I'm at the very bottom. Like, okay, now cool. We dropped this record with the Fireman. Watch Yourself. We dropped that. It's going crazy. But that didn't matter when when Billie Eilish happened. Like,
yeah.
It was like, how am I going to make this its own separate moment? And then the next thing, how am I going to make this its own? What story am I going to tell?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And so if I'm just basing everything off of the last story, then, you know, eventually you're going to get bored. You're going to close the book, like you said.
What's your plan for the next a couple months, the rest of the summer? Are you going to just do singles? You working on a project? Or are you going to just kind of chill out and let Billie Eilish build and not try to cannibalize the streams, I guess? Because I've heard that as a theory. Like, if you got something going crazy, you don't drop more music because it'll, like, take away from the one that's going crazy. But I don't know how much I believe that.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I think in today's world, like, like you can drop more. Like, I don't want to, bro. I was at we went to Roost Picnic the other day, and my man, a couple people walked up like, yo, you the Billie Eilish boy.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be the Billie Eilish boy.
I feel that.
Like, Billie Eilish is already Billie Eilish boy. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like for me, I'm just like, okay, cool. I don't like, this is a great moment. I think the answer is both. I think you let Billie Eilish still run. You do everything in the background to keep Billie Eilish running, but you also, like, don't pigeonhole yourself and show them that, like, you are an artist outside of this moment. Like, I'm not just the dude that did that one song and I ain't got nothing else in the sleeve. Like, that song was really just a primer for the other music I had. Like, I already finished the project, you know what I mean? We maybe just putting some finishing touches on it, but I'm working on the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was really just, I'm like, bro, I got this one song that's gonna be crazy this summer. I just got to get these records out and, like, really build up for, like, you know, so people want that next song. And I think we did it. I think we did a really good job at it. And again, we only 2 weeks in, 8 million streams. I never did 8 million streams.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this shit like it's some cool shit. Like,
it is some cool shit.
About not cool. I'm talking about
this
like
it's nothing.
Yeah, like, I'm like, yeah, and we did 8 million streams, by the way. Like, nah, bro, I've never did 8 million streams. You know what I'm saying? So, like that's 3 times the highest song I had before this. So, you know, it's really, like, for me now, it's like, well, okay, cool. Let's just keep the can. Like, can we do 8 million streams in 1.5 weeks next time? Can we do 8 million streams again? Like, you know, that's really kind of where I'm at. And, you know, and the thing is, you know how the fucking Apple is set up, how Spotify is set up. It's like popular releases. If your shit flop, they ain't gonna hear about it anyway. All it's gonna say is that Billie Eilish came out on the top. So, you know, I ain't tripping.
So what's your recording process like? Do you record yourself or do you do everything in the studio?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Demos at home or?
Nah, of course. There's a couple songs I recorded at home. I finished actually not Billie Eilish, but the Watch Yourself record, with the fireman shit on.
Yeah.
I had COVID, so I did that shit in the crib. There's a couple records I did at the crib. There's a couple records I did at the house. Like, sometimes, like, I just feel more comfortable with, like, bringing my deep voice out and shit when I'm in the house. Like, when I'm at the studio, I just feel like I gotta yell. So, you know what I mean?
Sometimes I get, and I talked about this on with a couple different artists, whenever I've like recorded music and in the studio, it's like your creativity has to be confined into, like, however long your studio time is. Sometimes when you're recording yourself, it's a little bit easier to really find that groove, I find.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, my lazy ass engineer, nigga, Groove, if you looking at this, I hate you. Now Groove has been recording me since I was maybe, like, again, like 15, 16,
cool.
Back cave. So sometimes Groove is just like, he'll put a movie on, go downstairs, he'll put a movie on, and then he'll come up here, like, set the shit up and be like, yo, just do your thing.
So you know how to use, like, Pro Tools or Logic or whatever?
Yeah. I had another engineer I was working with in New York, Mike Irish, and Mike built his own studio in New York called Shifted. But in the process of building that one, he had to close his other one down. So he was like, you know, we was in the studio. I had a studio session with him, and he was like, I can't record you today, but I brought you up here because you need to download this, download Pro Tools. You need to download Pro Tools. He said, I'm going to give you all your sessions, and anything you want to do to them, just work on them, do whatever it is you need to do. He's like, after we record today, work on all that shit at the crib, and then just send it back to me, and I will give you a mix.
That's the way to do it, because one, you save money, and you just learn, like, little intricacies that you can then tell the engineer when they're actually recording you. I mean, you're lyrical as fuck, so I assume you're probably writing the majority of shit. You're not like a punch-in freestyle guy, right?
Nah. Sometimes that shit fun, though.
Yeah.
That shit is definitely fun. I got a homie, bro. We just, me and my man Naj, we've been making songs on the steps since we were like in 5th grade, 6th grade. The one I was telling you I used to bully. Me and him, like we would just sit on the steps and shit, and just like come up with dumbass songs and like, you know, like
about fat people and shit. I used to get my cousin.
Exactly. Yeah. We had this one joint like 5 guys, burgers and fries. 5 guys, burgers and fries. Believe it, like we just do that shit all fucking day. But like now he downloaded the T-Pain app. Like the little auto-tune app, he'd be sending me these songs. I'm like, bro, this shit kind of hard. Like, yeah. But it's just like, again, it's like him just punching in, just having fun on some goofy shit. So like, we be doing that shit too, you know.
You ever heard of BandLab?
Yeah,
that app on your phone now.
Dudes going crazy
on TikTok on BandLab. It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of 14-year-old kids that have songs that sound like they're recorded in studios and they're just recording it onto their phone. That's fucking crazy. I downloaded
BandLab just for that. I was like, bro, I'm trying some fun. Like, I got, you know.
But you got to like, there's, I'm sure like tutorials with all the settings, but I tried to like, I can mix a little bit, but I looked into like, I don't know how you fucking mix on an iPhone, but yeah, I don't know, that shit's wild. Do you like to write before hearing a beat, or you have to hear the beat first to write?
A little bit of both. Like if it's an idea that comes to me, like Billie Eilish, those ideas were segregated. Like like I don't know why I stuttered on segregated, but those ideas were segregated. Like
because we hate that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we hate that. The idea for the hook I came up with just on some random shit. I was in the bathroom and it was like I was listening to like it's like an SOBRBE type vibe. I was like, you know, that bitch like one of them type vibes. And then the idea for the beat, me and July was just talking beat ideas and shit. And like I sent him that sample, he sent it back like that. So you know, like it you know, it depends. It's like a little bit of both. Like if some people send me beats and shit, a lot of times I'm in there making beats with the dude. So like, you know, we'll come up with shit and then I'll just write the lyrics afterwards.
That's fair.
It ain't no, you know, one specific way though.
Has anybody reached out? I'm sure like fucking no name people have, but has anyone big reached out asking if you wanted to do a remix to the song? And is that something you might consider if it's the right person?
I do want to do a remix to the joint. It's a couple people that we talking to right now.
If Billie Eilish asked to be on the remix,
oh what, bro? Next question. The stems already in her email. I mean, if Billie Eilish had a fuck, she could take my verse off. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I was trying to get like, I'm on the wave. Like I'm like, bro, Billy, if you could just send me a laugh, like just give me a laugh, I'll put it in there and
re-release nice ad lib, yeah,
like, you know, but yeah, it's definitely like, because I wanted to, that was the main reason why we even had that, why the song was even that short. It's like, okay, no, we got an extra verse for somebody else. I had another verse that I wrote, but I was like, do it need it? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of songs that come out, and you know, and it only carry for the first verse. The second verse, you're just like, I just need this hook to come back, brother. I don't know what the fuck you talk about.
I think that the way you did it with the short song is perfect because it has so much replay value and exactly. You know, as soon as the last hook comes in, like I've caught myself in the times to listen to it, like just been running this shit back.
Yeah, so. Run that shit back.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Is there anybody that you could have outside of Billie Eilish on a remix? Who would you like?
On Billie Eilish?
On the Billie Eilish remix, yeah.
There's a few different names, bro. Like
I need some clickbait, so give me something.
Bro, like Jack Harlow, I would like Jack Harlow on there. Keem, I would like Keem on there. Let's see, Jack Harlow, Keem.
I can see Baby Keem body in that shit.
Uzi, I like Uzi on there. It was a couple other names we just talking about. We just be throwing shit out like barbershop talk type shit. And then we was talking about like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne would go crazy on there. It's a few different names, bro. Like it's definitely. It's like it's a little short list, probably like 5 or 6 of them, but like those are some of the ones that was on the list. I was like, oh no, they would definitely carry on this joint, like this they type beat. Yeah,
I mean, if you do end up signing with somebody, I'm sure that's going to be a huge possibility to get whoever the fuck you want.
That's my list on my list of demands.
Yeah, get me Wayne.
Yeah,
now.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
ink's not going to paper unless
y'all wake Wayne up, man. Exactly. I know he's somewhere sleeping.
Do you ever write for any other artists?
Yeah, yo. I wrote I can say this because it never came out. They hit me up to write for Kevin Gates.
Oh,
sick. Like just like there
hooks
wasn't
and shit, I imagine, right? Or actual like,
hooks. No, yeah, like not verses, but they was like, yo, like it was a bunch of like whoever his publishing company was, they was like, yo, you know, like we working on sending. I don't think he was asking for it specifically. I think his publishing company's like, yo, we sending beats out to Kevin Gates with hooks on them. And I was hype as hell because I'm just a Kevin Gates fan. Like on some completely like left the field type shit. I fucking love Kevin Gates. So I did that. I wrote for some like other artists that aren't like as big, but that gate shit, bro. I was in my crib like, yeah, gates.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, because you got to get into his like mentality if you're writing for him. That's funny, man. Damn.
I don't get tired. Like I was on all that shit, bro. That's fucking great.
Is there any other music outside of hip hop that you're like not a super fan, but a fan of that no one else would, anticipate? Gospel.
I'm
Cool.
a big gospel fan. I love gospel. I love but also I like it's this guy named Woodkid. I like this guy Woodkid. I like I like a lot of Janelle Monáe. I'm a big Janelle Monáe fan for her 2 albums, the Arc Android and the one that came right after that. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I like some rock too. I like Nine Inch Nails. I like.
I wouldn't expect that. That's far.
Yeah, no, I'm weird, bro. Like I like a lot of weird ass shit. It's this one song. Hurt is by Nine Inch Nails, right? Like yeah, I like Hurt. I like fuck. It's a lot of like in summer 2014 I did this thing where I would try and play 100 songs every week. And so
just to listen to.
Yeah, just to listen to.
It's a good idea.
Just like I was like just trying to like expand my palette as far as like being creative and making music creatively, because I was like otherwise I'm gonna just keep rapping about clubs and shooting niggas. I was like I need to switch it up a little bit.
I'm from like a country family. I don't really like country music that much, but it'd be interesting to hear if you ever fucking dabbled in country, like listening to it. Not necessarily. I don't expect you to make a country song, but.
Bro, I was with we was at ACL in 2019. And my man, my tour manager Rob, he's like, bro, they go, what is his fucking name? I can't remember his name. He like, yo, they go Gary Clark Jr. He was like, go say something to him. And I was like, all right, bet. I walked over to her. I start talking to her. Yo, what's up, man? Like, our name Armani White, da-da-da. So Rob is like, yo, come here real quick. I go back up. I was like, my bad, bro. Give me 1 second. And I go back up. He's like, that's not Gary Clark Jr. And I go to another white guy. And I'm like, and it took me like into the third person. He was like, bro, Gary Clark Jr. is the black, tall nigga with the hat on. And I was oh, I said, niggas make country, bro. Like
Darius Rucker, bro.
I thought we was banned from that shit, bro. I thought y'all only let Lil Nas through the door, but nah. Gary Clark Jr. is dope though. I had to find out who he was. I don't know if Alabama Shakes is actually considered country, but just because it's just I just like Alabama Shakes a lot.
Cool.
Like Brittany Howard is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of shit. I don't know that much country shit. I just know that Gary Clark Jr. is black.
He is. That's fire though.
Blake Shelton did that song with Nelly.
Yes, he did. And so I don't know if it was Blake Shelton might have done one with Nelly, but I know Tim McGraw did.
Tim McGraw did a song with Nelly.
Yeah, over and over again. That shit's fire.
Yeah. I know over and over again.
Blake Shelton's married to Lady Gaga. Yeah. Oh, that shit goes hard, bro. That shit was gas. That was like. What I mean, Lil Nas is not trying to capture that, but like that was like the first crossover that I was like, oh, there could be something between hip hop and country.
Nah, but they had a whole thing. When after Lil Nas happened, it was another joint. It was one song that was like, "Don't touch my truck." Like it was a whole little hip hop country wave going on.
The Lil Tracy one.
Nah, I think his name was I don't remember.
Lil Tracy had a fire one, and Uzi got on, and what was it called? It was like he's like, I'm sipping lean like his Coors Light. I don't know what the name of the song was. Oh, I forgot. But he had a country song that came out before Lil Nas X, and I remember Lil Tracy like fired some shots at Lil Nas X. But
but like that country hip hop crossover. I'm not opposed to country. I just never really really dived in. I think it's like definitely the All in My Head drink that over and over again. That was that shit. That was a wave for sure. And I don't know. There's a Blake Shelton song that I know, but I just don't know what it is. Blake Shelton married to Gwen Stefani, right?
Yeah, I said Lady Gaga before. It is Gwen Stefani. I'm an asshole. Damn, I didn't realize that. Whatever. So summer, you got singles that are going to be coming out. You're going to be working on a project. Any performances? Any?
Yeah, bro. We got nothing I can announce, but you'll
be popping out.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be outside, brother. And
I'm
excited because I've been in the house for 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you've seen the fucking videos on my TikTok, but my roof is torn open. Like that whole shit going on. So I need to get out the house. I need to get outside as long as possible.
What is your, we'll say, I don't want to say 5-year plan. Everyone always has 5-year plan. Like 2-year plan or a year.
Start an ice cream truck.
Start an ice cream truck. Where do you want to be a year from now? Where do you see yourself riding off the momentum from the song?
The only reason I can't answer that is because I had I was looking at this list laughing earlier, like earlier this week. There was this list of shit that I said I wanted to do before the year was up.
Yeah.
And I did everything.
That's sick.
everything.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about like in May, I did everything. Like nothing, like I'm talking about the one thing I was on it, I was like, oh, this is a long shot. I was like, yo, I want 1 million monthly listeners. I was like, I don't know if I can get it. I'm at 1.5, climbing. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, so sometimes the whole that just trying to create that list and create that idea of like, all right, what is it that I want to do by next year? I got a list of just a couple of things I just want to like knock off the bucket list. Like next year, I want to play Coachella. There's a couple festivals that I missed this year that I'm like, nah, I want to be on the festivals.
You see Rolling Loud New York, maybe?
Maybe, maybe. But I definitely want to play. I want to play Something in the Water. They got, Pharrell shit. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
Something in the Water, Made in America.
I feel like you got to be at Made in America.
Yeah, got to be at Made in America, right? That's what I'm saying. Made in America, Roots Picnic, them type vibes. But like definitely like Coachella. It's this drink called Firefly. It's like right next to my family crib.
Yeah. Isn't that in like Delaware area?
Exactly.
And that's like a mix of different sounds.
It's like the East Coast Coachella. Like
yeah.
It's like really, it's just like range. As far as I don't know, I think the lineup was actually kind of smaller this year, but they usually go all out. Like it's like Thursday to Sunday type shit.
Yeah, so people like, walking around the campgrounds on acid all day.
Yeah, bro. They like first year they had it, everybody got like I was about to say sickle cell. What the fuck am I saying? Strep throat. Everybody got strep throat and shit. So I was like, yeah, that was like pre-COVID. You know what I mean?
Probably was COVID. Might
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, but I want to do. I just want to be outside next year. Like I'm willing to just stay in the crib as long as I need to this year. So next year I could just be, out and just fucking wherever I need to be at. You know what I mean?
Well, I appreciate you coming out here. I'm very excited to see, this next year for you. And I assume if you've already knocked out everything off the list, only bigger and better things are coming. Thank you so much for coming in. And I guess before we close out, any tips or tricks for, the name of the show is Almost Viral, and that you've already, like we said in the beginning, kind of hit that. Can you give any tips for anyone who's trying to, have a viral moment, or is it something that you shouldn't chase? It just has to happen naturally.
Nah, but the main thing, bro, just have fun.
Yeah.
And the main, like as far as going viral, bro, you just gotta invite them into a moment that feels like like I learned that from Tumblr, bro. Just you invite them to a moment that feels like they need to be a part of it, like they're missing out, And so, in the moment that you do that, the moment that you create an environment that they feel like they're missing out on, it becomes replayable. It becomes like shareable. It becomes, you want to make content that people not that people are going to just enjoy, but that people are going to tell other people about. Be like, yo, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to making content and going viral, bro, just create the vibe that that you would want to be at.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's it. Wayne Jetski, Armani White, Almost Viral. Thanks for tuning in. Put it in perspective.